Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. It looks like analyst Benjamin Cowan is predicting an altcoin bleed out towards the end of the year, guys. I don't know how much stock we should put into this, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention. A widely followed crypto analyst is issuing a warning saying that the rest of 2024 looks less than ideal for altcoins. So he is looking at the altcoin market here, which, yes, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we have seen a drawdown, not just for altcoins, but for Bitcoin as well. He goes on to say that altcoins appear set to plummet near the end of the year and capitulate against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going to make that move to the upside while altcoins capitulate. Cowan says the capitulation also lines up with the beginning of a new interest rate cutting cycle. So looking at broader market pictures, if you connect the dots, he says, from the last cycle, 2018, 2019, 2020, you can see that it's basically tagged this trend line 3 times, and then the third tag of the trend line ended up being the bottom. So if you take a look right over here at this chart, you guys can see boom, 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 and then the bottom. So what he is assuming is that we are going to see that same kind of movement, boom, boom, and then finally boom, hitting that bottom mark there. But then, guys, from there, we are going to see altcoins rally. He goes on to say, we know that this interest rate cycle, this business cycle, has taken a little bit longer. And if you connect the dots again, 1, 2, 3, the third tag of this trend line might actually occur by the end of the year. And coincidentally, if you look at this, the trend line where you connect the dots, it hits the 0.25 in Q4, which is exactly what I've said could be the ultimate outcome. So altcoins against Bitcoin pairs capitulating before the end of the year, guys, which means that in essence, what he is suggesting is that if we do see the altcoin market go down against Bitcoin, that would mean that we would see Bitcoin. So it's basically an inversion event. We see Bitcoin dominance going up. This number up here will go up much higher. As you guys can see right now, it's at 56.6. So that is already starting to climb up quite a bit. And if I bring up Bitcoin dominance here on the chart, you guys can see that is climbing, climbing, climbing. So what he's saying, if altcoins in fact do capitulate against Bitcoin, we could see Bitcoin continue to go to new highs. Will it hit the the 73% level? That is still yet to be determined. A lot of people are saying no. A lot of people are saying the altcoin market is too strong for that to happen. Although I get Ben Cowan's point here, I could see this occur temporarily, but guys, 2025 is looking very, very bullish. For more information on what I'm doing, how I'm planning this bull run exit strategy, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I have a $15,000 plus portfolio where I invested $15,000 specifically for the Patreon subscribers, specifically for this altcoin rally. However, I do hold other cryptocurrencies as well. And for more information on what I'm doing, I mean, you don't even have to necessarily hold the coins that I'm holding, and you'd still probably get something out of the Patreon. $5 a month only at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. So, I mean, we could see this capitulation event. I mean, we do have to see Bitcoin dominance go up. Generally, what we see is Bitcoin dominance continuing to rise against altcoins before that altcoin season occurs. And then once we see that Bitcoin dominance really kind of shoot down, that is when we know altcoins are having their fun in the sun. And then pinpointing the top, that is the real exercise. That is the time when we make profits, guys. Got to be on the right side of the trade. Do not listen to the noise. Do not listen to the FOMO. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin right now again. Yesterday, it was doing fairly well. We're still looking for that $65,000 level for Bitcoin to hit. Of course, we're still a fair ways away from that. But generally speaking, Bitcoin doing fairly well. Here, let me throw it on the hourly. You guys can probably see that trend a little better. Over the last week, we have seen a significant uptick for Bitcoin, making higher highs. Again, this is the hourly, higher lows, higher highs here. Okay, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. So we're seeing the trend continue to move to the upside. We're seeing very, very healthy green volume bars down here too. So a lot of this is checking out, and it's about time Bitcoin does this. We're nearing Q4. As you guys can see, there is still fear in the market, although we're creeping up slowly. Market cap is still fairly healthy too, $2.09 trillion. And we've got the 24-hour volume that is down. We haven't seen too much buying pressure. I've already talking about Bitcoin dominance. Market is fairly stable right now. A little bit of red, a little bit of green, and the percentage points are not terribly high. XRP, guys, has been doing very, very well. I mean, we did get some positive news just the other day, and we're getting even more news coming out. XRP did go up almost to 60 cents per coin. I think it was at 5.99, something like that. Yeah, 0.59947 per coin. We are seeing a bit of a retracement now. So right now, as of the time of this recording, we're seeing XRP trading in and around 58.5 cents. But guys, this is very positive news for XRP holders, I gotta say. And the market has responded. Ian Binns here pointing this out. Grayscale investment did trigger a $628 million buy signal for XRP enthusiasts. So that Grayscale news really did push the price of XRP. XRP price rose to a 20-day peak to about 60 cents, as you guys did see on the chart on September the 14th, up 18% within a weekly time frame. Market reports suggest that Grayscale's new cryptocurrency trust investment offering announcement has propelled XRP ahead of the broader altcoin market average. So XRP outperforming the rest of altcoins. Grayscale's cryptocurrency trusts are a class of investment offering that allows corporate and accredited TradFi investors. I hate saying TradFi. It sounds better calling it TradFi, but TradFi investors in the U.S. to gain direct exposure to crypto assets. The announcement signaled mainstream acceptance of XRP by corporate entities in the United States after a prolonged period of regulatory uncertainty triggered by a long-running lawsuit against the SEC, which came to a conclusion last month. So we did see that growth for XRP. Down here it says the blue shaded area in the chart above shows how XRP reached 60 cents. That went up 18%, but you don't have to see it there. You guys can see right here, guys, a huge move for XRP, fairly bullish, throughout the week, basically following Bitcoin. Then we got news here, which brought it up even higher. And now we're getting even more news, guys. Lots to talk about, including new Ledger updates. XRP Ledger set for upgrades as amendments secure the majority. This is another one from Ian Binns. XRP Ledger set for upgrades as amendments secure the majority. And when they say the majority of node validators need to vote on this. So on XRP Ledger, fully functional transaction process changes are introduced as amendments, as you guys probably already know, and according to VET, the XRPL DUNL validator, 2 XRP Ledger amendments just gained the majority and are now in the 2-week activation period. So I've got the VET tweet up here just explaining that. Another 2 XRP Ledger amendments just gained majority at 29 yes votes, are now in the 2-week activation period, and those would be the fix empty DID. And the estimated date for consensus is the 27th of September. And then we also have the fix previous transaction ID, and that is also September 27th. So we're looking at those dates there. Mayuka Vadri, she's a developer on the XRP Ledger. Fix previous transaction IDs is underrated, but will help the tools in the ecosystem a lot. You'll be able to track the history of an AMM more easily, for example. Definitely not tooting my own horn as the amendment author, but that is just an example of what one of those amendments are going to be doing. We do have a brief description down here. I believe so. First, XLS 80D permission domains, which is building block feature aimed at making on-chain permission easier to handle developing on top. And then there's the XLSD, so that is on top of the XLSD. And then there's the XLS 81D permission decentralized exchange, secure and regulated trading environments. So Vadri believes that these additions will help to drive greater flexibility and safety on the XRP Ledger. So I guess we'll have to wait a couple of weeks to see if those go through. Wanted to thank Ian Binns and, of course, Vet just for posting that. Now, it is interesting. Pompous Maxi here bringing this to our attention. And Coinbase has been flip-flopping. I feel like they go with the wind. I feel like they're almost like a politician that really just kind of only follows the trends and follows the polls and does just kind of, what the polls suggest they should do. Coinbase in 2021, now this is a very, very good observation because, considering how Coinbase basically threw Ripple and XRP under the bus as soon as Ripple and XRP got brought into court, got, the lawsuit dropped on them. Coinbase just kind of turned around and said, yeah, I guess we're going to delist. And in 2021, they said, security token, a crypto asset that is a security. This includes digital forms of traditional equity or fixed income securities, or maybe assets deemed to be a security based on their characterization as an investment contract note. And now in 2024, the about face, SEC literally claimed XRP itself as a security in paragraph 1 of their complaint against Ripple. It is shameless. So basically, they were agreeing with the SEC, and then, 3 years later, Coinbase is in court in the same position. And Pompous Maxi just wanted to bring that up, and I thought I would share it with you guys too, because, we have to be very aware and very careful of what crypto products we're using in this bull run. I know some of you guys use Coinbase. I know some of you guys use other cryptocurrency exchanges. What I'm suggesting to my Patreon subscribers over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel is to have a diversity, and I have given some examples of how you can do that, which cryptocurrency exchanges to use. And it doesn't matter what jurisdiction you're in. There's something for everybody there. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for more information, because we don't want to mess this up. Could you imagine if all you had was Coinbase as your main exchange and you didn't have any other options? You didn't have a plan B or a plan C. And then, for sake of argument, Coinbase decides to go down, which has routinely happened at the tops of bull markets and at the bottoms of bull markets. When there's large liquidity events, we tend to see some exchanges, some that do not have that robust infrastructure. They tend to go down, and then people are locked out of their crypto trades, and they get upset, and then they complain on Twitter. So, guys, it's always good to have a plan B, plan C. And you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel to see what I'm doing this bull run. Anyway, wanted to keep it moving along, but wanted to thank Pompous Maxi for pointing that out. Guys, I also happen to see this from Mr. Man. Now, we're seeing more talk surrounding the RLUSD. On the wholesale side of things, RLUSD could be a mechanism to transfer to the central banks, which interacts with CBDCs. Ripple does have many banks under contract, and several that have not been disclosed yet. Now, this is Matt LaRoche from Ainsley. He was having a discussion with, one of his colleagues here, Chris Tipper, also from the company Ainsley. This is just a second Mr. Man tweet on a different topic with regards to the XRP Ledger, but note here, Ainsley is part of the AUDD arrangement. So, just to connect this, ZOW is the XRPL sidechain focused on smart contracts utilizing hooks to enable custom logic execution. And Ainsley Gold in Australia is closely monitoring Ripple's developments for potential impact on the gold market and wider industry. So just to bring up another point, but guys, here they're talking about CBDCs, the XRPL, and RLUSD. Listen to this.
I just want to push on that a little bit further, this idea that potentially has been floated around that maybe the underlying technology at least would be used for central bank digital currencies. Now, highly controversial, like lots of people don't like them for very good reasons, even the concept of them. But is this potentially a bridge there, that you've got a stable coin that sits outside of the central bank digital currency space, but can be potentially interacted with it? Because I know there was a lot of talk, at least initially, of some of these central bank digital currencies being spun up on platforms like the Ripple infrastructure.
Yeah. So with regards to CBDCs and Ripple, it has been mentioned that there's somewhere between 20 to 30 I would say governments or central banks that they've been speaking to in relation to proof of concepts, developing. They've already got some ones there that they've done. Palau is a small country, which uses the US dollar as its stable coin, and they've got a CBDC going at the moment. By all accounts, that's quite successful to their needs, being a very small population, and they had a situation where they would loan to each other on the island, and this allows lending products. Again, we've gone back to DeFi, but even the product, they're allowing decentralized lending products using this stable coin within their small country. But how does that play out on the bigger scale, like the world? Well, yes, Ripple are looking to develop the CBDCs. The RLUSD could move on those rails between the central banks. And I think it's probably important at this point to let people know is that CBDCs have two potential components, one being a wholesale side and one being a retail side. Now, with the wholesale side, that's central banks talking to central banks, sending money between themselves. Now, whether that is in the form of an RLUSD to a Ethereum-based yen to a something other-based pound, the XRP Ledger is very good at moving value from whatever form to another value of whatever form. It doesn't really matter. So if it is a CBDC, or if it is a stable coin, or if it is anything else of value, the XRP Ledger is extremely good at that. So yes, it could be CBDCs. Is it limited to just CBDCs? No. I think it's going to be quite broad in what it can do in moving that value. And with regards to their tech, they look to they look to try and do the cheapest. Used to be multi-hop was what it was called. But they look to do the very cheapest way in which we can get this value to that side of the world. And if it means going through Bitcoin, because of liquidity, and then back into a Great British Pound, and then into a Ripple Euro, they will find a path. And all of that runs on the XRPL, the ledger itself, which could increase volume. So it's not specific, it has to be this and it has to be that. It will source out the most efficient, cheapest pathway possible. So it's very exciting in that respect.
So as Ripple's even said in the past, it will source the most efficient, cost-effective method to transact, whether it's through Bitcoin. I don't know how Bitcoin would be the most cost-effective method, but it is a fairly liquid cryptocurrency. I mean, probably the most liquid at this time. But, this is why they wanted to get XRP so liquid, guys, to use XRP in these use cases because it's so fast, because it's so efficient. And so then the final problem was make it liquid. And so, Ripple has come up with so many different ways to try to get that to occur. And guys, they're getting very, very close. The RLUSD is just another mechanism for transferring value. So, there is a purpose for this. Ultimately, though, it's XRP that's native to the XRP Ledger. And so, they are focusing on that cryptocurrency, making that cryptocurrency the most liquid, making that one the one that they want to focus on and use in these types of transactions. So just wanted to bring that to your attention and wanted to thank Mr. Mann for bringing that up. Now, guys, we did just recently get some more great news here. Robinhood has listed XRP, or relisted XRP perhaps. Robinhood has officially added XRP to their platform, allowing users to buy, sell, and hold the crypto asset. However, there was a small mix-up. The platform labeled it as Ripple XRP instead of XRP Ledger XRP. Ripple is the company behind XRP, not the network, as you guys know. Shout out to Vet for catching this and urging Robinhood to make the correction. So Vet here did also tweet this out. Looks like Robinhood did just list XRP. And you guys can see down here, Robinhood has listed XRP with a few other cryptocurrencies, including XLM. Tezos is another one I recognize there. I don't know about these other cryptos. And so this is sparking optimism because you got to think Robinhood was a very large platform, very popular platform in the last bull run, not just for cryptocurrencies, but the GameStop situation too back in 2021, if you guys remember that. The XRP community, though, is ecstatic about what appears to be a coin listed by Robinhood. While the brokerage's crypto arm did not officially announce it, the firm has updated its support assets page to include the coin. Despite the big news this represents, there is a major catch the community needs to note. And so what is that catch? Well, one major catch associated with the coin's listing on the commission-free brokerage is the region that has access to it. In this updated Help Center page, the firm said that the coin is only available to its customers in the European Union. So unfortunately for now, it's only Robinhood users in the EU that are able to trade XRP. This is likely going to change probably very soon, maybe in 2025. Chad Steingraber here bringing up this as well. And I mentioned this in yesterday's video. If you guys didn't catch it, it was a bit of flyby news from yesterday as I was, focusing the discussion on something else. But I will link yesterday's video up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch it. Ripple and Bitstamp are launching their own digital derivatives exchange, okay? And guys, it's probably good to know that there is a connection between Robinhood, Bitstamp, and now Ripple. Wall Street Bulls here posting this huge update. XRP derivatives are gaining massive traction. One of the biggest liquidity sources right now is in the derivatives market, and it's happening in real time. Let me play you guys this clip. Watch this.
And if you think about a business or an institutional investor, they also want access to the things we offer. They want 24-hour access to the equity markets, they want industry-leading margin rates, a great customer experience. So over time, I do think you'll see us branching more out into serving other types of customers, not just retail, but also businesses and institutions. And to that end, we announced an acquisition of Bitstamp, a global crypto exchange. One of the things that's very attractive about that business is that it's not just international, but also institutional. It gets us access to an entirely new customer base that we're not directly serving today. I think we can do more and more of that over the next 10 years.
We are launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months, so that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well. In final stage of integration of really some top 30 commercial banks globally on Bitstamp as a service. So these commercial banks will offer crypto through Bitstamp. So that's definitely something we are very proud of.
And there you have it, the connection between Robinhood now, Bitstamp, and Ripple, and the derivatives market. Chad Steingraber here bringing this up. Imagine this. Go down the list. XRP, settling the derivatives market. And you got to just take a look at these numbers, okay? These are just some derivatives numbers. Banks ranked by derivatives. The following is a ranking of all banks in the United States in terms of derivatives. This comparison is based on data reported on June the 30th, 2024. And so I took the time just to add up all these numbers here. So you got to see, these are some of the biggest names. JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, of course, Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, State Street, US Bank, HSBC. There's a lot here. Morgan Stanley, not going to list them all off. And guys, this is the quantity, the derivatives value that just these banks alone, and this is only the top 18, that just these banks alone handle. And when you add all that up, guys, that equates to about $153.5 trillion just in derivatives alone. So, I mean, if you take 153.5 trillion roughly, and you divide that, and we're just doing this for fun today, by the 100 billion XRP there is, I think it would be pretty obvious to see how XRP could get to 4 digits. $1,535 per XRP just solely based on US derivatives alone. And guys, this is just in the United States, and this is just one use case. But guys, we are seeing the pieces of the puzzle come together. Bitstamp, Robinhood, and now Ripple coming into a partnership, trading derivatives on the XRPL at 59 or 60 cents. XRP is still a steal of a deal, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.